gonna do the simplest thing I like to do, or I haven't done in a while. Broccoli and cheddar. That's what I'm gonna do. So I was just wanting to show one of the main things I was gonna do is I'm gonna cut up this full broccoli stalk, because crowns are expensive just on their own, but we have this cheap store in the area called Fancy Fruits and Produce, and they'll sell broccoli with the stalk. And the thing is, this is still probably a vegetable. I'm not a food expert. So what I always like to do is I like to cut it up, and you've possibly seen me do this in videos before. And, you know, I'll boil the whole thing so that I still get as much of the food as possible and not just throwing away stuff thinking, well, that's not the good part. Because everybody buys just the top. Not a lot of people buy it as a full thing. And this is kind of cheaper than just to buy the broccoli crown. So I'd rather use the whole thing and not throw it away. Because I'm not the richest person in the world yet. So, sorry, I've been munching on chips. How I do my broccoli when I'm really in the mood to like really cook broccoli, I do everything in like one pan. So I'm letting the water get hot in the pan right there. And I'm going to go ahead and take everything, throw it in there, and just kind of boil it. Not a full boil, kind of like a parboil, a little bit more advanced of a parboil. I'm going to do like 5 minutes. And it's really gotten soft. I'm just going to take it out. I won't leave it in there. I mean, if you're doing a parboil, you can boil something for like a minute and then pull it out. I'm not, whatever's happening, I'm not trying to get it mushy. So now it's really, really boiling. I'll throw all that in there. It's my big pan, so it's like the temperature's going to come down a lot. Like I said, I'm boiling it for a little bit. I'm not going to overboil it. One of the nice things to see at the time with cooking broccoli so that it's just cooked and not like mushy is you still have the really green look to it. I can still prick, well, not still, I can prick this, but it's still giving me a little bit of force back. Like, I honestly don't think I did this more for 5 minutes. I didn't pay attention when I started it, and I did a couple dishes, including the cutting board and the knife, but you see how that is. And you can honestly just smell the broccoli. That's the nice thing. It's like when you really can kind of start to smell the broccoli, is probably a good timing to, I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to move back because I just went over the steam. It's like, and I'm going to drain this out, put the broccoli over here for a minute, dump out all the water, put in a little oil, and then we're going to move on from there. The advantage of using the same pan is the pan was still hot. I just turned on the heat again. Goodness gracious. Oh my gosh. Okay. A piece of my tripod got loose. So I threw in some coconut oil. I kind of want to throw in a little bit more because I don't think that's enough. But I've already had this going, so I'm going to just throw... Yeah, be careful because you might still have a little water in with your broccoli, so... There we go. It's like, now we're cooking. So I'm going to kind of season this, and I'm not going to do all the broccoli and cheese. I'm going to do some of it. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to do this. So I'm going to season this to my liking. Wow, that's loud. Okay. So I'm going to throw a little bit of garlic powder in there. When I find the garlic powder that's open. Because remember, we've already kind of cooked this out. So it's just getting it, I kind of got it tender the first round. Just by boiling it. This is just to give it flavor. I mean, you can boil it down to mushiness if the people you love like mushy, but I'm not really a mushy broccoli person. So, garlic powder. Check. Onion powder. It's like, Check. You know, see that onion powder? I have onion powder. I love paprika. That's why I have it in the house. That reminds me, I have stuff outside. Okay. Little paprika. Check. Kind of smoosh it around. So, like I said, some of the broccoli is going to be for tonight. The rest of it can go towards another meal. You know, I could do a stir fry with it later if I really want to. Maybe a little bit of salt. Just hold. I can't even say if this is a 1/4 teaspoon of Himalayan sea salt, but you know. So I have, like I said, I'm not using all the broccoli for this one recipe, but I'm going to use some of it. And it's kind of toasting up, sauteing up nicely. So I need to turn down the heat. And the heat wasn't even that high. But because hot pan, hot food, hot, it's already going. And now I need to get the cheese. I decided to add one more step. I'm trying the, I can't believe it's not butter vegan. And I grabbed like a big tub just to kind of throw it on there because the coconut oil has already dissipated. And I still want kind of a flavor taste. The I can't believe it's not vegan. I can't believe it's not butter vegan. It does have palm kernel oil. So if that's not your jam, I wouldn't recommend it. Because I know a lot of people are against using palm oil. So I kind of also don't want it to get too like burnt on the bottom, but I still want it to have like kind of a, you know, buttery flavor, but not real butter. There we go. Now I'm gonna get the cheese, and hopefully the temperature's cooled down. So I had 2 options for cheese I was going to use with this. Oops. One of them I just got today, but I think it's going to be better as a dip. Plus it's a little too spicy for me to probably just throw on top of all my broccoli. The Kickin' Queso cashew dip from Fresh Cravings. This is good stuff. This was on sale and it was only $3.34. It was like 3 for $10. There's a couple different flavors. I highly recommend the garlic if you like garlic. But I'm going to use the more expensive stuff that I have, which is a cream cheese, the Mayokos, which is from a Greek company. And it's a chive one, so I get a little extra flavor. I'm going to use this, and it also gives me more reason to buy bagels now that I've opened this finally. I'm going to throw in a big amount. I'm not measuring. I'm going to throw in almost, about a tablespoon worth? I'm going to go from there. Okay, hold on. So here we go. Big old dab. I'm going to throw that in there. That's probably more than a tablespoon's worth. And we're going to mix this in with the broccoli. I've tried their lox one, which is supposed to be like bagels and lox. This is their sensational scallion, which I think would probably work for this. Now I have to turn up the heat. Goodness gracious. At one point it's too hot. Now it's not hot enough. Okay. I'm also really hungry. You know, I get weird when I'm really hungry. So I'm going to let this kind of melt down with the broccoli. Come on, broccoli. Come on. Let's make Ashlyn a good meal. Well, we'll see how this works. Obviously, the Kickin' Queso dip would be a lot easier because it's actually more fluid because it's a dip. But I'm gonna go with this. Again, this is good. This is so good. And their garlic flavored one is good. And then they have 2 dessert flavor ones, which I'll get next time. It seems to be doing a little better. I threw down a little bit of oat milk. Unfortunately, all I had was vanilla oat milk. But I'm also hungry and impatient. So I'm going to turn this off and put it on a plate. I'll mind you, even though I mentioned that I got the Miyoko's cream cheese is expensive. I buy a lot of stuff on sale, so sometimes always look for stuff that's on sale. And not to mention I use Ibotta, so I got like a $1.25 back. And if I didn't get it on sale, that would be weird of me. So, I don't know. But I wanted to try this, so I'm going to take a picture of my side dish. I'm going to eat something else, but I'm so hungry right now. So, I've already taken a bite. It almost looks like Parmesan-y broccoli. I'm not sure if it's the fact that I threw the garlic powder on it or something. It doesn't taste bad. It's edible. It's just got a weird taste to it. I'm pretty sure there are people way better tested than me who know how to do this simpler. But thanks for watching one of my food tries. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And check me out next time. I'm honestly going to finish this, do a little Duolingo, and probably go to sleep soon. Alright. Till next time, guys. Bye.